Okay, so this is going to be interesting. I'm in my yard. I have set up my tent. I am Bella of Bella's Custom Crochets, in case you aren't sure. I haven't done a video before for YouTube or anything else. I don't have a mic set up, so hopefully the sounds of the nature and the road do not outweigh the sound of my voice. And what I'm going to do is I have my tent. It's a Quest tent that a family member gave me. It's blue. But Easy Up is a popular tent brand. It is a 10 by 10 tent. I have 2 8-foot tables my husband has set up for me, and I'm going to kind of just walk you through how I do my craft fair market season setup. My first event is next weekend. I don't know what to do with my arms, guys. I don't know if you can tell. But my first market of the season is next weekend, so I always do a trial run where I set everything up so I know when I get there at 7:30 in the morning or whatever. My neighbors are out in their yard now. They're going to think I'm insane. So I know where everything's going to go because I'm very much a planner, organized kind of person, and I would be stressed out otherwise. So I figured if I'm going to be out in my yard kind of talking to myself anyway, I might as well talk to you. So here's to hoping this works out. We're going to try a time lapse, and then I'm going to try and walk you through what each individual item is. I keep doing a lot of this. But yeah, so we're going to switch over to time lapse, and hopefully I can figure out how to edit all this together, and we'll see how Bella's Custom Crochet sets up for market season. Ready, set, go! guys, I'm Bella of Bella's Custom Crochets, if that wasn't conveyed already. If all goes according to plan, this will be attached to a little intro and a time-lapse video. I've never done any YouTube-y type of video editing-y stuff before. My husband's going to help me out. Hopefully we can make this happen, because I think this would be really helpful to some people. I am in my backyard. I am doing a mock setup for market season. I do craft fairs, farmers markets, artisan markets. In between September and December, usually. Occasionally I'll throw in a February, January, why did I say it in that order, sort of thing. Obviously I'm not outside at this point, or at that point, but for the September, October ones, I'm outside at local farmer market type things. So I'm going to just kind of walk you through how I do my setup. As I know a lot of times when I was getting started, I was looking up on Pinterest and blogs and stuff, trying to just peep other people's setups, because that's really helpful to get ideas. I've been doing this for, I blocked the camera. I've been doing this for about 6 years on and off. I started off doing like high school churchy type craft fairs, but at this point I'll do farmers markets if they're well attended. I do artisan markets, handmade Christmassy type stuff. I avoid anything where there's direct sales or multi-level marketing like Tupperware or candle melts or fingernail decals or that kind of thing. I only do people looking for quality handmade goods, because that's my target audience. Yeah, so I'm just going to walk you through. Hopefully the sound is okay. It's like dusk out, like 5 p.m. On a Sunday, and I'm in my yard, so there might be some road noise or some bird noise or some baby noise in the background. My husband has the baby. But next weekend is our first market. I bring along my husband and my baby. The first year with the baby. Last year I was pregnant. That was a good selling point. Look at me, I'm so pregnant by my stuff. This year I'm going to have the baby, and hopefully she's going to wear cute hats and sell the product and behave herself. We'll see. It'll be fun. I really like doing it as a family thing. My husband is super supportive, and I appreciate him greatly. But anyway, I'm just going to walk you through my tent and how I set things up, my different display items, where I got, pointing directionally behind me, where I got like my banner and all of that stuff. And hopefully it proves helpful to somebody. I'm going to be doing a blog series on my blog, bellascustomcrochets.com/blog, on just market basics and stuff that I found really helpful in knowing and doing markets, and hopefully it'll be helpful to some of you. Also, I know I notoriously talk fast, so I apologize if I'm speeding along. This isn't time-lapse, this is my normal voice. But I'm going to try and get you back on the tripod here. Getting on the tripod. Alright, can we see? I don't have any mic set up, so I'm going to talk loud, so everyone in my neighborhood can hear me, and hopefully you can too. So anyhow, let's back you up for a minute. I have your basic 10 by 10 tent. Easy Up is a very popular brand. They're usually white. Sometimes they have sides. I don't do ones with sides, mainly because a family member loaned me this tent. I'm going to readjust this here. My family member loaned me this. They're usually about $150. There's some motorcycles in the background, whatever. But yeah, a free tent is better than a $150 tent, I figured, so I would like a white one in the future. As far as sides, it's nice for the wind, but I won't do anything with events where the weather's questionable. I would rather eat the market fee and stay home than damage my products. Obviously, hats, if they get wet, are going to be stanky, and no one wants to buy stanky hats. So, anyway, 10 by 10 tent. My tables I got on Amazon. They are each 8 feet. Lies. I got them at Walmart because they were on sale. But you can get whatever size table you need for your event. Some events provide them, but usually if you're bringing your own tent, you're bringing your own tables. So when I do Christmas markets and stuff indoors, usually the tables are there. But for my farmer's market type stuff, I bring my own tables. And we have a truck, which is really helpful in transporting this amount of stuff. We pack the entire truck. But it's totally doable to do smaller scale. I spend all year round making all this stuff, so I do have a large, oh, hi crazy bird. I do have a large amount of inventory. I like to be prepared, and the reason I'm standing in my backyard doing this is not only for the video benefit, but I really want to practice and have a plan, so when I show up at like 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning next weekend, I'm not stressing out. I like to know where everything goes, and I try and pack it away, carefully labeled. Each box has tape on the top, and it says like Granny Isosceles triangle scarf or puff and palm hats. So I know where everything is. I have it all organized in clear bins. So when we get there, I will be able to neat and clean, hopefully, set up. And I'm going to be doing a blog series. This is hopefully going to end up as part of it, but a blog series on just market basics, stuff that I wish someone had told me When I was starting out, I spent a lot of time looking on like Pinterest, trying to find different setups and different ideas, and I don't know, sometimes people are really protective of like their industry secrets, but there's nothing secret here. I put stuff on a table and I make it look pretty. So hopefully you guys find it helpful as well. I'm just gonna walk you through and kind of give you a little tour of what happens if you show up to a Bella's Custom Crochets event. And also, I don't have a microphone, so if the quality of sound is funky, sorry, I'm not sure if I said that yet. And this is like multiple takes. I can't remember what I said where. I'm new at this, guys. But, yeah, there might be some background noise, and I'm going to try and talk loud. And this isn't time-lapse. I actually do just talk this fast in real life. Try and slow it down. Alright, we'll let those motorcycles go about their business, and we're going to walk you through. I'm going to kind of take the tripod with me, I think, because I can't flip the camera, so I'm going to... Alright, so let's go over here. Alright, obviously this is backwards. Oh, okay, I'm taking it off the tripod. Okay, so when I went to take it off the tripod, I stopped the video. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. So I'm going to try and repeat everything I just said, but I was talking about this banner. It looks backwards. Obviously, it's not backwards in real life. I'm just talking to my phone, so it's backwards at the minute. But that's from Vistaprint. Has my logo on it, which is a fox, because the first thing I crocheted was a fox hat, and foxes are my favorite animal. So it's kind of random as far as crochet-related things go, but I like it, and it's my business, so... So yeah, Vistaprint, I think it was like $70. It's just like a polyester-y tablecloth material. It's relatively wrinkle-free. I'm pretty sure you can just throw it in the wash if it gets muddied or whatever. Previously in years, I've had a hanging banner with my name on it that I made myself with scrapbooking paper, but it was always such a pain to tie it up and make sure it was centered properly, and it was like a two-person job. I'd have to stand back and my husband would do it, and this is just easier. So there's my business name. It's not going to rip down in the wind. It's not going to get wet. It's happy. So there it is. So without turning off the camera, we're going to just keep walking through in selfie mode here. So really, I should start over here on this side, because that's like the checkout area. So we're going to start over here. So, can we see? Alright. I don't sell my pom-poms online, but in the years past, especially when I did, there's a couple fiber-related days that I do at farmers markets, I got asked if I sold my pom-poms. So, I have a basket of pom-poms this year. I make these all myself. Just a few, we're going to try it out. Another sample-y tryout thing, hoping you're seeing that, is, there's my propane tank, is my hand-dyed yarns. I have been experimenting with natural dyeing. I'm sorry, I keep blocking the camera, and you have to see my sad-looking porch that we're going to rip down. But hand-dyed yarns that I have been naturally dyeing with pokeberries and avocados and turmeric and fun stuff. Again, that's more for the fiber day that I'm doing, where it's all fiber-related vendors, but I'll throw them out, and maybe somebody at the farmer's market will be a knitter or crocheter. Then, over here, besides my propane tank, directional pointing, I have my mama bear, baby bear hats. I don't have this pattern written up. If I get to an item and I do have the pattern available, I'll try and let you know where you can find that. This I have not written up yet, but I have these in sizes adult through infant. They make really cute Christmas card sets, photo shoot sets, and I do like a discount if you buy a set, a matching set. So these are fun. I'm going to have one on my baby, and hopefully she sells that product. I'm using my baby for marketing. She's really cute. Then over here I have, we'll do these. These are my crow heart beanies, like Carhartt. I'm funny. I have women's and men's. This pattern is not written up. I would like to have it written up on the blog eventually, but it's just your basic folded over ribbed knit knockoff looking beanie. Those are new this year. I haven't had them before, so I'm not sure how they're going to do, but I have like 10 or so of each, and we're going to give it a try. Then these are crates that I got from Joann's. They came unpainted, but I had most of my house is shades of gray, so make a joke, I'm not gonna. Lots of shades of gray. But I painted them with paint that I already had. And then these are, I gotta remove the sticker from the side, but chalkboard square things that I got, chalkboard squares, very technical, that I got from Joann as well. And I got a chalk marker last year, but then it didn't wipe off very well, so I ended up just chalk painting it over. Ignore my ugly deck back there, but so yeah, I just paint marker, and you could easily do this with a block of wood or any chalkboard. You could also do framed, printed stuff. I'm going to have one of those over there in a minute. But I find that these are they're pretty sturdy. This one I may have to move down if it's windy, but overall they don't fall over. You don't want to have like cardboard signs that are going to be blowing every which way. And it's really important, I should say now, hi, I'm back. Really important to have clear signage as far as prices, because it's really awkward, even if as a regular shopper, if you walk into a store and you're like, what are the prices? You don't want to have to find somebody and ask. Obviously, I'll be standing right here and I'm happy to answer questions, but I think it's really important for people to be able to shop with their eyes and not have to talk to you if they don't want to. I'm an introvert, I get it. So I try and have all the prices really clearly marked, and then over by my checkout, I'm going to have a price list in case you missed it somehow. And a lot of times the prices will be right there and people will still ask how much it is, and at that point I'll tell them. But I try and make it as clear as I can. In the past, I did individually tag each item with little like cardstocky tags, but I found that they fell off a lot. So this year I'm going for signage instead of individual tags that I stamped and hand wrote, and hopefully save a little time, effort, money, all of that. So back to this. These are my puff and pom beanies. These are probably my best seller, at least in the last 2 years. This pattern is available in my Etsy and Ravelry shop. It is pattern for the women's size puff and pom beanie, and it also has a alteration if you want to make them into the bun beanies without the top on them for messy buns. But yep, I make all the pom-poms. That cricket is just having a good old time back there, guys. I'm sorry. So I think I have like 70 of those because they have been a very good seller. I have them in all sorts of colors. I base them off the Color Made Easy line because I try and keep a lot of my colors consistent. I do have some random yarns that I throw in for other items, but overall, so if you wanted to do like a matching puff and pom with one of the baby bear hats so you could match your kid, that's popular. I try and have options like that, and I'll have a couple discounts where I can take off a few dollars if you're going to buy matching sets. It's a little incentive. So coming over here, these are the There and Back Again cowls. The pattern for this is also available in my Etsy and Ravelry shop. It's on this T-bar thing. I'm sure you could find these on Amazon, but I actually got these when, I don't know if everybody had these, but Charming Charlie's was a nationwide jewelry store that recently went bankrupt. Now there's a car alarm going on. So yeah, they had marked down all their display items in the store, so I got a bunch of these T-bar things. I think they were for hanging necklaces off of, because that's what a necklace does, guys. It looks like a squid. Got a couple of those for like $5, so keep that in mind if you have any closeout type sales in your area. If not, I'm sure you can look up, I think it's called a T-bar. I may have made that up. But yeah, always look for creative display items that you could use. I should have mentioned back over there, these guys are just candlesticks that someone gave me when they were moving. Threw some paint on them, they're good to go. They make great hat stands. You don't necessarily have to buy fancy pants stuff. You can quite often repurpose. This is the first year I've used the crates. In years past I just used baskets like from under my coffee table. So there's ways to get around buying a ton of display stuff, especially if you're just starting out and you don't want to have a lot of upfront costs. Try and find stuff that you can either borrow from somebody, like I borrowed the tent, or borrow display items, or go around your house and shop that way. So anyway, back to this. There's a whole rack of those around the other side that I will get to in a moment. Also, I feel like I'm never looking at the camera properly, but whatever. You know I'm talking to y'all. Probably you can only hear the cricket anyway, so it doesn't matter. These were previously, I called them 4x4 head wraps because there's many different ways to wear them, but this year I'm calling them inside, outside, upside down head wraps, which is still a mouthful, but I can't put it on one-handed. But it is a turban-y type head wrap. It is reversible. You can wear it this way, that way, inside out. Lots of options. Those are women's sizes. I've done them in years past in youth and baby sizes, but the women sold the best. And I always, with any product, if I don't have a color that the customer wants, I will make it custom order. I used to take custom orders on like, can you make me a 4-foot giraffe? And I'd be like, yeah, I can, which I could, but lost a lot of money that way because you have to get paid up front and you're quoting somebody for something you've never made before. So now my rule is I will only take custom orders day of on items I already have. So if you want this in yellow, I know how much that's going to cost. I'll make it happen. But if you want 7 couch pillows, and I'm not selling those here, I will say, here is my email. Let's talk. I can custom order it for you, but I need to do some math and we need to get some more information from you. So that's how I work custom orders, just in case you were wondering about that. I am Bella's Custom Crochets. I pride myself on being able to make whatever, but I've learned to put boundaries on it, especially at events where people are like, can you make me a swimsuit for my cousin who lives in Hawaii? And I don't know their measurements. Nobody has asked me this, but I'm trying to come up with a nonsense example. That would be nonsense. So, only take custom orders on what I know the pricing for. General rule. Okay, back to my crates. These are my Infinity and Beyond scarves. I have one displayed somewhere, but it's your basic Infinity loop scarf. Don't have the pattern written up for these yet. Will. Soon. Hopefully be on the blog by winter. But it's really basic. People like... I have a lot of grays and blacks because people tend to have coats that are that color. Not everybody wants a mustard yellow scarf. Hi there. I want a mustard yellow scarf. But I try to have color options for everybody. And again, I have a discount if you buy the puff and pom beanies or a matching set or whatever. I will do a little bit off. I'm trying out velvet ones this year. I've never done velvet before. Velvet. We will see how those do. And in years past, I just had them folded and stacked on each other, and people were really intimidated by going through the pile because it would topple over. So I'm doing the crates this year, and they are all rolled, and I've tied them in 2 places. I'm going to have a couple out if you want to try on, and if somebody wants to untie one of these, go for it. But I found that this is a neat and tidy way to display them without them looking like a rumpled Black Friday sale. So those are all there. I have a couple more of the puff and poms up top on some more candlesticks. I should also mention the ones that are hanging. I'm going to finesse them a little better on the day of. I need to tighten I crocheted myself a rope, just a long chain, double-stranded worsted weight. And then some clothespins are clipping those up. That cricket, though, he is a persistent bugger. But those are my Granny Isosceles triangle scarf. That's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a scrappy version. I always try and wear stuff that I'm selling day of. Depending on the weather, I'll have a hat on. I'll put that baby in a hat. My husband wears a hat. I have some kind of scarf or cowl going just because people like to see the stuff modeled. So yeah, that pattern, the Granny Isosceles triangle scarf, is available in my Etsy and Ravelry, and it's also for free on the blog. And it's a really simple beginner granny stitch triangle scarf. Big crowd pleaser. So that's there if you want it. Great for market season, works up super fast, and you can do it with scraps or solid colors like I have. Not selling my grill, it's just hanging out back there. Then down here are my Bolton beanies. This pattern is also available in my shops. My husband, this is his favorite hat. I designed it for him just when I was having a really hard time finding quote-unquote tough guy manly beanie. I don't know, I feel like knit translates really well to men's knitwear, depending on your style. Obviously, I've sold the puff and pom ones to guys too, whatever. But my husband is very much, he's a veteran, very cargo shorts and beanies and hoodies and wears hiking boots kind of guy. So this is a really good men's beanie pattern. It takes a little longer to work up because it is worsted weight and it's super duper thick. That one's upside down. Super duper thick. They're really nice and warm. He uses these when he snow blows in the winter, and he's been outside in like 5-degree weather and his head is toasty roasty. So these are a little more expensive than some of my other hats just because they are, I don't know if you can see the density on them, but they are thick little buggers, and they look neat. They look knit, which is really neat. Neat. Alright, and back here we have a mirror. I also have a standing mirror on the outside of the tent for trying on the scarf type objects. My arm is getting tired holding this up. But I think a mirror of some kind is really important to have if you're selling wearable items. And I always say when people come in the tent, feel free to try on and touch whatever you want. So yeah, I have a mirror to check out your purty self. It's another one of the T-bars with the there and back again cowls. These are probably my other bestseller, by the way. The pattern is also available in my shops, if I didn't say that yet. They work up really quick, and people love the buttons on them. The buttons actually don't unbutton. I guess you could do buttonholes if you want to be wild, but it just goes on over your head just like this, and whoo-hoo! Okay, so we need to work on weighting that down so it doesn't blow over day of. This is why we do a practice run. But big seller, second best seller to the Puff and Pom beanies. And then I have another pile of the Granny Isosceles triangle scarves that just didn't make it into hanging up. This was supposed to be over here. Need to do finessing. This is a picture frame, obviously. It's going to be my price list. I'm going to make up something in Canva that has all of my prices clearly listed, big font. Just haven't gotten to it. It's on the to-do list for this week. This is a new test item for this season. I meant to have a couple of them out, but these are going to be called Worry Buddies. They're just little like stress ball kind of guys, full of just polyfill and then those little plastic bean things. This is not my original idea. Usually I only sell patterns that are my own. This is from, what is her name? I will try and find it and tag it, but it's like Sweet Softies, I think, or Soft Sweeties or something. She makes amigurumi. She has a blog, and this was her idea, I think, originally. I didn't follow the pattern exactly because some of these yarns were really hard to count the stitches because they're all floofy, but they're cute. They just have the safety eyes in them. And I just used up a bunch of scraps of fuzzy yarns. And I like to have just a little add-on item over by the cash register, as one does. So a couple bucks for these, and hoping they either entice children or, stressed out adults like myself. And then we're working our way to the checkout area. My husband will be back here wearing my cute baby on his back, being stupendous. Over here we have another, this was from Charming Charlie's as well. It's got this ball thing on the top. Another really nice hat stand, and then I think it was meant to hold necklaces around it, but I put a scarf on it just to kind of model how the scarf works. I have a little letterboard thing. I have a sign that says I'm the boss, which is kind of confusing because my husband will be standing here, but I'm actually the boss, but he helps a tremendous lot. I have my business cards, also Vistaprint. They always have coupon codes, by the way. If you Google Vistaprint coupon codes, you'll be able to find them. You can no longer see my face. Hi. And then I also printed up, you don't need to see the locations of where I'm going to be, but a print up of the events that I'm going to be at this fall. I didn't have the first event on there because I'll be handing them out from that point, but I figured it would be nice to have, I didn't bring them out with me because I didn't want them to get grassy, but I have those white craft tote, like plain white gift bags, or you can do the brown paper bag ones as well, that I have a business card and event flyer in for anybody that buys. And on the bottom of the event flyer, I have a little, if you bring this back with you to my next event, I will give you a discount offer. So I just have some signage as far as, I'm really bad at pointing in selfie mode. Some signage as far as I take cards. I have a square card reader. Highly recommend. Going to do a whole blog post on that. Also, they'll be underneath here. We keep a cash box. It is bolted to the table. My husband is very secure about it. But it's important to have cash as well as a card reader, especially in some of the more rural areas. We've run into issues with connectivity, and you can switch it into offline, but just in case, bring cash. I have a cute little box, go with my brand, says thanks for shopping handmade. I have a notebook where I take custom orders, again, only stuff that I currently sell. My battery's starting to tell me it's running out, so we're just going to come over here quick. I have more of the triangle scarves hanging. I have an entire garment rack of the There and Back Again cowls. I usually weight this down day of just so it doesn't go over, but I find that these display really well hanging rather than in a pile on the table. Also, I ran out of table space. And then pretty much that's it. Out here I have a mirror, just so you can, check yourself out. Also, I am wearing the Summertime Tee by TL Yarn Crafts, Tony Lipsy. Woohoo! Spinning! So that's that, guys. Hopefully this doesn't turn out to be super long, but I'm hoping that it's helpful to somebody. I know that I wish that I had something like this when I started out. I hope the quality is halfway decent, because I'm working with what we got. And yeah, I'll do more videos in the future if it turns out to be something you guys appreciate. But I just wanted to do it in advance, because day of, we only have a short time to set up, and my baby's going to be there, and all of that, and I didn't want to stand in a field talking to myself when I could be networking with other sellers. Neighbors' dogs are going crazy now. So we're going to wrap this up. Hopefully I can figure out how to splice all these videos together. And yeah, it's a little longer than I thought, but thanks for sticking with me if you did. And let me know if you have any further questions about anything maybe I glossed over. And yeah, let me know what you're doing for market season and what some of your favorite display and patterns are. And yeah, happy market season, guys. It's my favorite time of my business year. I love selling in person. I love being able to say, yeah, I made that to people. I don't say it like that. I'm not a snob. But yeah, I take a lot of pride in what I do, and there's something really cool about getting out in my community and selling in person. So yeah, thanks guys. I think I covered everything. If I missed something, drop me a comment and we'll chat. Have a great market season.